This new Huawei technology is absolutely out of this world. You can take files like photos from one phone, grab it, and move it over with just your hand. And that's not it, just wait. You can also pass the file to someone else's hand and they can put it in the new device. And look at this right here. You can pass it to multiple different people and still receive the message. Is the data being downloaded in their bodies? And this part right here, I don't know if I fully believe. Because she passes this message through multiple floors of a building, through different people's hands, bro. Look how they keep dapping up each other. That's them transferring the data. Is Huawei using the people's body to store it? I need to know. How the hell is this working? Arthur C. Clarke wasn't lying when he said that technology will be indistinguishable from magic.
Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, those men that are doing this work in sincerity and in truth across the four corners of the earth. And much love to the 130 you believers out there. I'm the brother Yeshaya, and I pray, Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying through the Spirit. All right. So I was Salakia, let me check here. Double check something I had. All right, so I played the video. It was entitled Huawei. I know it's weird that how it's spelled. It's spelled Huawei. Actually, let me check on something real quick, cause I'm sure I know the country of origin, but hey, let's double check here. I'm pretty sure it's like Japan, Tokyo. Let me see, country of origin. China. Okay, it's Chinese. So they the same people, but this is Moabites, right? So you got Huawei Technologies was founded in 1987 in Shenzhen, China as a rural sales agent for Hong Kong-based phone and cable network businesses. In the 1996 to 1998 period, Huawei first expanded into metropolitan areas of China as urban populations exploded. And so, firstly, I've been knew about Huawei some years back because I would say maybe my third or fourth year in the truth. I tried to apply for AT&T somewhere around there. I was applying for AT&T, and basically they wanted me to work on Cam Day, and I told them that wasn't going to work for my schedule, so I never got the job. But during that time and up to the interview, I had to do like hella research on Huawei. So I had learned like they had a lot of advanced technological things, you know. Excuse me, I might have to sneeze in a moment. I can feel it coming. Excuse me. So when you have a country like this that's putting forth product like this, is something to take notice. Number one, all right. But it just made me realize where we're at as far as technology, where we're at as far as the world. And so obviously, we know when we see stuff like this, brothers sees things differently than the rest of the world. And I was watching this movie the other day, and it's called Afraid, but it's spelled afraid, and then they put emphasis on the AI and the afraid because it was about new AI technology being put in your home and things like that. And so one of the statements was made in the movie. One of the statements was made. What the hell did he say? I just blanked out on it that quick. But yeah, it was called Afraid AI. Damn, I'm tripping. That flesh, boy, you have it 1 minute, next thing you know, it be gone. Well, wow, I can't even remember. Lord willing, they come back to me. But it's talking about, so we see now how this tech and how it's changing the world, man. All right. And now we see how Esau is getting down in these different countries and how they're maneuvering, you know? And so what time are we living in to where people are doing things like this and seemingly like they're passing information one from another? And so our first thought when we see this is the C hip, right? This is the MOTB implant that's spoken about in the scriptures. All right. But people will be like, oh, well, you can just magically do it with your hand. Well, maybe you can. Maybe they figured out somehow to where you can grab these images and files, and they got a little carried away when, he said, I don't know about this when they going down floors, and the brother said, well, what my thought was, he was like, hey, man, they could all had a C hip. And I thought the exact same thing, man. And then, stuff been forwarded a lot with brothers because it'll say forwarded many times, you know? And so we see what's going on with Esau. We see what's going on with Moab too. You know, Moab part of that thing too. He in the bed with Esau, Edom too. Right. So I'm gonna get it real quick. It's bothering me that I can't think of what I wanted to say earlier. But this is Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy and sell without this. And now you're seeing these people, they up here grabbing photos and stuff like that. Like, are they storing it in their hand? Are they storing it in their bodies? Hey, my brother, that's exactly what they're doing. And if they aren't doing it now, the time is coming where they're going to be doing it. Okay? And see, they making it seem all fun. That's the thing. They'll create these technological advances and they'll make them seem fun and intriguing. But see, this is next level right here. Right? This is reach a new peak when you can sit up and you can see things happen like this. Because, that's what it was. The Wadio Bashar Mashah. He asked the guy in the AI movie, he said, do you biohack? He asked him that question like it was just commonplace. I'm just like, if anybody that's seen biohackers before, biohackers on there, they basically, you have like college age students who will just try and experiment with new things, with putting new stuff in their bodies because they thinking they cyborgs and becoming in tune with the machines and stuff like that. But he asked them, do you biohack? Like asking them like, do you like pizza or something? Let me look up the definition of biohack. When I heard that, I said, what in the hell? You know? He asked me like it was just commonplace, bro. All right. It says biohack is the application of the hacker ethic, often in combination with a high risk tolerance in pursuit of enhancement or change to the body's functions through technological means such as do-it-yourself cybernetic devices or by introducing biochemicals. Okay, it says grinders are self-identified community of body hackers. Many grinders identify with the biopunk movement, open source transhumanism, and progressivism. You see, so these people are all about putting machine into the human body. All right. And cybernetics says it is the transdisciplinary study of circular processes such as feedback systems where outputs are also inputs. It is concerned with general principles that are relevant across multiple contexts, including in ecological, technological, biological, cognitive, and social systems, and also practicing activities such as designing, learning, and managing. All right. So these people are basically making themselves into robotic form, and they're willingly doing it. Asking, "Do you biohack?" is wild, man. Body modifications. That's ultimately what they're doing. Body modifications, biohacking, man. This is where we're at, where people are thinking that that's a normal question to ask, But we're seeing Revelation 13 and 16 coming. We see it. So they're going to take that implant and they're going to come against the world. They're gonna Esau is trying to get everybody. He really want the elect, but he going for the jugular. So, excuse me. So it was something that was mentioned, also in that clip. He mentioned Arthur C. Clarke. All right. And so when I hear little random names like that in the quote, I like to, as we all do, like to look it up. So let me see here. Did I put it on this one? Hold on. So like I got some stuff. Oh no, this one might be it. You gotta take pictures of it. Yeah, Arthur C. Clarke. All right. It says Arthur C. Clarke, Sir Arthur Charles Clarke. It says he was born in 1917 and he died in 2008. He said was a British science fiction writer, futurist, inventor, undersea explorer, and television series host. Okay. He was born in England. He looks like an Edomite, but hey, that's up to the Lord. But he said his famous quote, so I guess he had three different so-called laws that he came up with. But he says Arthur C. Clarke is known for his famous third law, which states any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So that's what his third famous quote was, and I did think it was interesting. You know, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. He's letting you know that they're getting to the point where they're taking it too far. Where you can't even tell the difference between the two. So I'm gonna read his three laws. And I'm gonna get a scripture. It says his first law is when a distinguished but elderly scientist states that something is possible, he is almost certainly right. When he states that something is impossible, he is very probably wrong. Number two, the only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. Number three, a sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And that's when we get to the point where it's sufficiently advanced, right? These all of this stuff is taking it to the next level, you know. And so he was going and talking about magic. And it's the spirit because me and the brother Quadash just a few days ago were talking about the etymology of the word magic. And the crazy part is that you sit up and you have all of this world. They be ready to go for crazy. They get the kids involved with magic. And look, I like stuff like Harry Potter. I be telling brothers that. But that stuff is wicked though. But when you understand it is wicked, you won't get caught up in the wiles by the wiles of the devil. All right, but we were just talking about the word magic. So it's quite ironic that that word was used. But the etymology, and that's crazy. When you type in magic, I typed in etymology of magic. Of course, it didn't come up, but then it changed into magic meaning. But when you look up the meaning, it don't always give you the best definition for the word. All right. So etymology, it says magic, magike, art of influencing or predicting events and producing marvels using hidden natural forces, also supernatural art. But I'm gonna jump down. It says from late Latin. And it says from late Latin, magis, sorcery, magic. It says from the Greek magike, presumably with technique, art, feminine and magikos, magical, from magos, one of the members of the learned and priestly class, to be able to have power. So they've taken the left hand side of wickedness and try to make it into something righteous. But it's just sorcery, right? It's all sorcery, and then the men of the Lord, the men of the Lord showed the wickedness of the heathen, the 2/3, and the magi's, man. All right, I'm gonna read this. It said, Genesis 41:8. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled, and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told him his dream, but there was none that could interpret unto Pharaoh. So all of them magicians that you had, and they couldn't do your bidding. So he ended up having to call Joseph to be able to do it. Okay? And Joseph told him straight up. But Exodus 7:11, the Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, and now the magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner with their enchantments. Verse 22. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened, neither did he hearken unto him as the Lord had said. So the magicians of Egypt, those are just sorcerers, man. They had sorcerers all around them. They think they could do anything. All right? And there was one more in Exodus that I wanted to get. Yeah, man, that's a good one too. Exodus 7:11. The Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. Now the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments. See that? Just trying to enchant you, trying to get you trapped up. You know? But the sorcerers are magicians. All right, and magicians are sorcerers. Okay? Let me see. It was 8:19. This like the people in the world, the men in the world, they can't keep up with the right hand of power. That's just all it is. It says, then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of the Most High. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. So he got pissed off. And this is the same thing was happening with Daniel, right? But he was getting pissed off because he wasn't getting the answer that he was seeking. All right. But the magicians were sitting up. They said this got to be Yahweh Shemel Shah, because we can't replicate this. And their sorcery has a limit. All right, their sorcery has a limit. But anyway, they got these people in this video bumping fists and exchanging hands and grabbing pictures and doing all this kind of stuff. But you never know with these companies; they could roll stuff out at any minute. But the thing is, really the spirit is what's going out. That they're showing that what type of technology to the point where you can do stuff like this with your hands. So they could all have a C hip, for all we know. They could all have it, But that's why people got to repent and get their minds right, man, because this shit about to get crazy. The fact that we're seeing stuff like that on a regular basis, and stuff like this coming out in mainstream media, right? So it's not distinguishable from magic. They're saying this technology is getting to a point of sorcery, and it's getting worse and worse. Now it ain't like I had to get over myself, because I used to be like, man, I don't want no fucking Siri. I don't want no that's good. Make her ass come on. I don't want no Alexa in my house. You know what I'm saying? You thinking like I don't want none of that kind of stuff, and I was big on that, but now I got one in my house because I'm like, man, they hear me anyway. So I was like, what am I tripping for? But you see how technology is advancing, and so it's gonna get to the point where, hey man, the real magic, right, is gonna that sorcery when Esau put that sea hip in people's hands. That's gonna be the ultimate sorcery, and these people are gonna be doomed, and this is gonna be indistinguishable because people gonna be doing all kinds of stuff. You're gonna be seeing people getting sick. You're gonna be seeing people getting boils and blains and sores. They might have a little short come up period, of money, but a sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And so it's like when you get to the point where like you don't know what's what. It all could be made up. It says, for example, if we were to show people from 400 to 500 years ago some of the things we can do with electromagnetism, like talking to a piece of glass, they would likely consider it magic. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to the point like what they did with the hand thing, that shit, like, how the fuck are you doing that? There's nothing electronic between you. How does it know to bump and keep this picture all the way down? It's madness, man. But this is where we're getting to the point where all of those little things are being shown like it's like, oh, no big deal, right? But they might all have that C hip in their hand, man. We just gotta pray to the Lord that we kept away from it. Let me see. All of those soothsayers, Daniel 1:20, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better Then all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realms. So you had men of the Lord, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and Daniel, right? Who was also, I think, Belteshazzar was his nickname. You know, they had more wisdom than 10 times than all of he should have got rid of all of them at that point. You know, Nebuchadnezzar, he should have been like, hey man, y'all ain't doing nothing for me. Get rid of all of them. You know, but he said they had 10 times more wisdom. It's because Yahweh Shemel Shai, he has blessed his portion upon him, his righteousness upon him. You know, and so that's what we're seeing now. This internet grows, and so that's what I said. You can get your devices and things like that, as long as you don't take that C hip. That's the line where that you just don't cross. Ain't no wrong with getting new pieces of technology and things like that, but that line you don't cross is taking that C hip. Hey, and biohacking. Don't be putting shit in your body. You know what I'm saying? Especially electronic stuff. It's just stupid, man. The times that we're living in, you got to be wise how you maneuvering out here. You know, so I didn't want to make this too long, y'all. I had a long ass day. Um, I wanted to put a little bit more length into this one, but Jay got to wake up early, and it's late. So hey, Lord, I pray, brothers and sisters, that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Rule well, and peace and mercy to the elect. Until next time, Shalom.